right. Welcome back. It's been a long time coming. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Been busy, traveling, doing my own thing, running around the world. It's been exciting, thrilling. Started a few companies, met some really cool people. I think about cool people. This is not a new podcast. This is still the same podcast, but we're going on like a new venture. And we have someone here, a special guest. That special guest is a cool person who I met. Introduce yourself.
Mason, nice to meet you.
That's my co-host.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the branch.
The branch.
Welcome to the branch.
Yeah, we branched into getting a co-host.
The birds flock together.
Yep.
The birds flock together.
So I guess we're birds.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a bird?
Honestly, I just got a DM from someone talking about are pigeons real or fake. I'm starting to not believe in it. Ever since I heard that nobody's seen a baby pigeon, I'm like, okay, this is weird. I've never seen a baby pigeon either. I'm like confused. So I'm confused if they're CGI, honestly.
No, that's facts. I think they
or seagulls too. Seagulls
True.
are like
I've not
really
seen
weird.
Any baby seagulls.
See what I mean? Like,
that's weird.
Why?
They just spawn in.
Maybe for a day out of my life, like my grandpa loves birds. He literally like laughs his ass off at birds. He told me,
grandpa?
Yeah, this is the best story of my grandpa in the whole fucking world. One time he was taking me to Brandy Melville in Miami, and I was so excited to go to the store, blah, blah. He told me like he had a nightmare, and I'm like, oh my God, like what was your nightmare? Everyone's confused because he's like huffing and puffing, like like freaking out, like this guy just had a seizure in his bed. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, he said, Mari, I took you to that store and I saw the most beautiful birds I'd ever seen in my whole life. He said colorful, blue, green, red. It's like red fish, blue fish, green fish, but in birds. Their feathers were scaled with diamonds, like insane birds. And he said, I said, Grandpa, why was it a nightmare? That sounds like your dream, right? He said, because I forgot my camera.
Oh, no.
Because he forgot his camera. This guy will be out. Like he almost got into like a fight at his golf course in his residency because this guy was like, you can't be taking pictures on this golf course. And he was like, man, I could fucking take pictures of these birds. These are like 60-year-old grandpas.
Watching away from the grams.
No, you can't. That's so fucked up. But I'm thinking, what if I remember I was literally going to get my grandpa in a bird documentary too.
You should get him one of those.
So hyped.
You were going to get him to a bird documentary?
Yeah, like literally.
Are we talking like
documentary?
Netflix?
Maybe, yeah. I saw it on this thing and it had to be someone like old for a bird documentary. And I literally was like, okay, he's perfect for that.
Did you ever have those picture books that had every insect and every animal breakdown? You just open it and just stare at the photos and you just don't read anything. You just next page. Oh, that's cool. Next page. And these massive encyclopedias.
Yeah, I'm so scared of insects though. Like that is the one thing, like spiders specifically. Oh, fuck. I get called out for this so much, but spiders are fucking terrifying. And let's talk about one thing that's really trendy right now. Love Island. Every girl's talking about it. Rob literally out of nowhere got a cockroach and played with it on his arm around a girl. And this girl is like fucking terrified of bugs. Just like, that's a whole ass ick. That is the biggest fucking ick ever. You have a cockroach on your arm and you're like, oh my God, come play with it. Like put it on your arm. Like, no, you dirty ass bitch. I'm not doing that.
Cockroaches play with, what's it called? Poop?
Yeah, cockroaches are disgusting.
I think so. They're not safe creatures.
No, I hate, like,
gross.
I literally am I can't with cockroaches. They make me like so physically they make me so physically ill. I'm reinventing my own dictionary at this point. Ew, like spiders too. Like this guy picked up a spider and like was acting like it was like a puppy. Like
on Love Island?
Yeah.
Started petting it?
I mean, a hot topic. Oh, so many girls love Rob. I think he's like so disgusting because of his personality. He's so awkward and he's so weird and rude and he's such a player. Like he just came out that he's a pathological liar. Like I don't know how you could be attracted to him. I don't know. I just get such an ick from him after the cocks from so many different things. he seems like such an awkward person to be around too. Like he like thinks he talks a lot, but he's super awkward. He'll ask like the weirdest questions to the girls. Like, for example, like what's something, it's basically like asking her like, what's something tragic for you? Like, do you have really crazy tragic goals or something? Like just the weirdest question to ask someone that's so awkward that none of them know what to say to that. Yeah. No, they didn't answer his questions. That's the thing. They all went, and he looked at them like they were so weird. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but like for real, what's a tragic goal you want to complete?
I mean, I did have one tragic goal, but it's a little like it's like giving Beyonce, if you ask me. It's very much giving Beyonce.
Like you wanted to be Beyonce?
No, not that I wanted to be Beyonce, but my goal was that if I were to die and I was 80 or 90, I was going to go out in the hardest, most badass way possible. So I thought, fuck it. I'm going to get shot up in a cannon, in the air, live streamed, and I'm going to advertise this everywhere. So all these people are watching for a grandma to get shot up in a cannon, and then I would get exploded in the air by a firework. And I'd get so many millions of views for this. I don't know. Like, I don't know, though. I was thinking, like, if I was going to have cancer or something, might as well go out hard. You know what I mean? And if I were to get, slung up in the air and then on live as a grandma, honestly, yeah, maybe I get slung up too. But I had another goal as a grandma too. Can I tell you it? Yeah. Before I die, I want to bet my entire life savings. I think red.
Always black.
Fuck, then I might have to do black.
I think it's black.
I might have to do black. Okay, no, I'm changing the color.
What?
I want to do black.
Black?
No, because I have to admit, he's the one who inspired this idea of mine. I can't lie.
It's always black.
No, because if I'm going to die anyway, I mean, like, yeah, or that's kind of crazy. Or maybe at least like 50 grand. I don't know.
50 G's on black?
Yeah.
Just go play blackjack. Just bet on hitting 21.
I don't know, but like imagine like I won the blackjack. Imagine I bet like 50 million or something on black and I actually somehow won it.
Oh, that casino's going to hate you.
They're going to hate me and it's going to be everywhere. And my kids.
I don't even think they'd pay you.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, how much would you get back? Like 100 million?
Yeah, no, and you get another 50, you double your money. So in total, you'd be walking away with 100 million. But I don't know if you can put bets that big.
Really?
Usually, no.
Oh,
that's a
shit.
huge bet.
Yeah, that would be like a tournament kind of bet thing.
People, you can have like some security walking out with you.
Yeah, well, I want to learn how to play that like little casino game with the coins.
Slot machines?
No, not slot machines. They're like these coins and you collect as many as you can, I think, or someone takes your coins.
I don't know.
Like
I've never been to a casino.
Okay, yeah. If someone else
uneducated.
knows what I'm definitely talking about. 100%. We've gone over Love Island, bugs, casino, gambling, tragic ways to go out.
I think for myself, I would just want to, take a nap.
Really? I mean, that's ideal.
Yeah.
I can't lie. That's ideal. I always wonder, like, I really want to hear someone's story about, like, if they ever died and came back to life. Because, there's so many different stories to it. There's, like, the Christian side, and then there's some people who, like, just saw black, I've heard. It's weird. There's so many different things. People saw white tunnels. It's, like, all over the place. But that's, like, my biggest question, where, like, death doesn't scare me because that is so interesting to me.
My mom died.
Really?
For, like, a minute while she was giving birth.
Did she see anything?
I have to double check, but she likes to tell a story.
Like, what does she say? Like, did she see Jesus or something?
I gotta double check. I'm not too sure. I know she said she saw something, but I don't want to quote.
Like, come back on that next episode. Because that is interesting. Like, my grandma almost died.
Another reason not to give birth.
Well, it's so scary, right? Like, apparently you can, something will turn blue or purple if you're pregnant. Like, the things that happen when a woman is pregnant.
Blue or purple?
Is terrifying. Like, I think it's actually terrifying what can happen when you're pregnant.
Yeah, you got a parasite growing inside of you. What's next? 2 parasites? Oof.
No, I think your uterus can fall out.
I'm not going to speak on this subject.
I'm pretty sure I can. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a thing. Like, I've read a bunch of, like, there's a whole notes in my thing, or like a bunch of girls' notes on TikTok where it's like,
I've seen those notes.
Reason 404, like, not to ever have a child or like not be pregnant. And it's crazy.
I saw one where apparently you can take attributes from the father and you can start getting like blonde hair, brown hair, or certain like curly hair that you had becomes straight while you're carrying the child because the father has straight hair. It's kind of interesting. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't know if that's true or not.
Curly hair and stuff, like how people can genetically modify a baby now is insane. Like their eye color, anything.
Yeah, have you seen those people going around?
Yeah, because there's a huge debate about that. Is that ethic? Like, is that ethic? Some people are like, no, that's fucked up. That's like non-ethical. And then other people are like, go for it.
Like, as in genetically modify your baby?
Yeah, as another human being.
If you could pick, you got like two options.
Yeah.
Einstein or LeBron James.
Are they going to say Einstein or Billie Eilish or Justin Bieber?
No, either you get some tall basketball NBA playing individual or someone who's going to solve the next physics equation, but you can splice either or genetically modifying.
Like you can make one person half and half of that?
No, like you can add those cells to your current cells. So hopefully, it turns into something great.
Oh, if I had to choose between like basketball player or Albert Einstein, I mean, maybe Albert Einstein, because I'd have a really smart child where he'd make a bunch of money and like I could be like, do business. Boom, he's just done that just for fun because he's so smart.
True.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't be that interesting. Like I would love to have like a singer child that's like Mac Miller. That's actually dream.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I mean, there's this girl, Salone Bella. She's a medium and she does crazy stories of reading people, and she did Mac Miller, and she basically said that he was talking to her from afterlife and she could feel his energy, and that he was like he was talking to this girl who was pretending to like him because it was actually his management team, because he didn't want to do music anymore. So they got this girl to like make him do music again, and he thought he was falling in love. Like they knew everything he liked, right? So they told this girl everything that Mac Miller liked, so she knew everything about him.
Is it Ariana?
No, not Ariana. Sorry, not her.
No.
But he like got kind of like drugged by like men in black suits that were a part of his. Is it like an agency? Like their brand, their
label?
manager. Yeah, their label is what came for him. And
they came for him in suits.
Yeah, he thinks they drugged his water or something. He just blacked out, woke up in a bed, and then was ODing.
Wait, did he talk about this, or is this like hypothetical?
Technically, it's hypothetical, but she's a huge psychic medium. She's done work for Ariana Grande about Mac when he was alive. She's gotten so many things right. Like she's done so many people. She predicted her own son's dying, which is crazy.
That's kind of...
Like she's predicted her own son's dying.
That's some voodoo.
No, but it's so weird. She just predicts so many things. Like she predicted P. Diddy coming out before it happened. Like
who's she talking to?
I have no fucking clue.
She on an island?
I know, but she lives in LA. I was literally gonna pay
LA Island.
I'm gonna pay to get her. I'm literally gonna pay for my own session. I can't lie. I have to.
How expensive?
It's not that expensive, which is surprising because she's like a celebrity. Blah, blah.
Yeah, like what's expensive to regular people might not be expensive.
No, but I know, but you would guess because she does so much big people. Her price would be maybe 400 to 500 or like 1,000 because she has so many bookings, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're only like 80 to like 120 or like really? 200, which is pretty good in that kind of field. Some people charge. Reading? Yeah, but some people charge 400 just for like an energy reading. No, she like gives like a breakdown of their energy. If people died, like she'll talk to people whose parents have died too. And she had to take a break off social media because her son's death was hitting her like later on too.
Yeah.
But I mean, her stories are crazy after hearing that, and his energy, and like Ariana like wasn't his biggest love in life, which is crazy. Like he viewed it as someone else, and just hearing everything, like she describes like the afterlife and stuff, and it's just so crazy. Like it blows my mind. To think about friends that you've had that you've lost that have crossed to the other side and how they've done it like so early on. Like I had a friend that passed away when I was 14 and that she was like one of the first people that I knew to cross over, which is crazy to me.
That's pretty good. I think, dang, were you good friends with them?
Oh yeah. Like another thing is this other girl, her, I won't talk about that because that's personal and I don't want anyone to connect anything, but she also would meditate and I didn't really understand it. I kind of was like, when someone passes away, you're kind of desperate to hear from them anyway, that you think you can, even if someone's scamming you or not. But I don't think this girl, I wasn't paying her anything. She meditated to her spirit guide, I'm going to say, right? This one's crazy. She said, don't tell me what she looks like. Don't tell me anything about her. I need to like do this. So I'm like, okay. After she meditates, she comes out and she says that my friend was super frightened and worried for everyone's mental health back on Earth and really concerned for her sister. And what weirded me out was she was like, not that this is weird, but I'll tell you why. There's a connection here. She said that my friend was really concerned about her sister's mental health and her sister's well-being, right? That girl had no clue she had a sister. And at the same time, her sister was posting like really sad TikToks about missing her younger sister. Weird. Exactly. And like, and that's the last thing I ever kind of got a view of, but I think she was processing her spirit and afterlife, and that like itself blows my mind. That
freaky
14 years old, like doing that and being so young and like, oh, that day was crazy. Like when someone dies, you feel it and you know when it happens.
You know, funny enough, add to that, I used to have a dog. Some of you guys may know. Little dog. Cool dog. It died.
Pomeranian, yeah.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about that was like, I walked downstairs. I'm like, oh, look, there's my dog. And then she goes like trying to run away. And I'm looking at her and it's new behavior I'd never seen before. And I ended up calling my mom, being like, hey, I think this dog's about to die. And I go and pick her up. And lo and behold, she dies that day.
In your arms?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I just took it out. The thing is, like,
how did you realize she was like acting different?
I think when you get to know someone or something really well, you take into certain behavioral attributes, and it's very much of the day-to-day habits they have. You can always tell when someone you care about has kind of an off day. So, you know, I care about my dog. And when I saw her behaving differently, I was like, okay, this is odd. But I kind of knew it was coming. You can kind of sense it. She's also like really old. So you kind of knew. So it's kind of in the back of your head. And she tried to walk into, I think it was my my laundry room. Like what dogs do is they don't want their owners to know that they're dying. It's something of like a shame. It's shameful for them. So they try to hide till they die on their own because they don't want you to be sad for them. So I'm like, no way, you ain't dying alone. I'm picking you up. And yeah, she died.
Oh my God, that is heartbreaking. Because I have my own little Pomeranian.
Replace that dog so fast.
No, but I have my little Pomeranian. He's getting old and I can like tell he's getting old. I think he has an ass problem. I can't lie.
Didn't your dog have an attitude with you?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Like you had done something to it and it just left a nice little note in your room?
Yes, every single time. Like it's so rude. He'll do it to anyone. Like he feels like it. I don't know why he has such an attitude. I know where he definitely gets it from, but I have a really weird dog story actually.
Let's hear it.
So I was at this guy's house and oh my God. So I can't explain. This whole day had been really off for me and really strange and weird. But I look for a second and I see like a dog walking. I'm not bullshitting or making this up. A small dog that's like a brown dog that like looked kind of grayish but it just like walked for 2 seconds and then I was like confused and looked back and it had big ears. And I look to this guy, I'm like, did you ever have like a small brown dog? And him and his friend look at each other and they say, butter. They both look at each other and say that. And I'm like, did he like live here? Or, like, did he have big ears? And they're like, yes, but are dead. And then I'm like, how, like, what happened? And they were like, he died in this house. Like, he drowned.
You saw the spirit realm.
I saw a spirit of a dog. I could you fucking not. So that dog still like walks around that house, which is so crazy. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of spiritual stuff. Like, I really want to talk to someone about it because
Do you think dogs go to heaven or animals? Or do you think they have like their own special place?
Honestly, I'm going to go with yes.
Special place or heaven?
No, I think I'm going to say heaven or spirits. Like, whether it's heaven or if it's not, I think spirits in general goes. I know there's some kind of afterlife and we all go somewhere. But I feel like dogs are so innocent and they're made to be a best companion that they do go somewhere. Like, they're made for a purpose. It's like there's a reason that they're pets and not turtles or like a bear is or like a deer is a pet.
I agree. You can always trust a dog person.
They're very loyal too.
Oh yeah.
Dogs are so loyal.
What do you think? Imagine it. What do you think the afterlife would be? What if there's nothing there? Do you think we're just floating in a void?
I can never believe there's nothing there.
Or you think there's paradise?
I've had so many glitches in the Matrix. This is my prediction. I feel like you would go through a white glowing hole and it just be going faster in times. You're kind of leaving time.
Like Interstellar?
Yeah. And then you go into this black realm of like emptiness and you hear different kinds of frequencies, but you understand it. I think it's way different. Like, obviously, like, I can't describe it, but I've studied a lot on afterlife and death. Like, those are my favorite kind of stories to hear. Like, if you have literally any, please DM me.
They are pretty freaky.
Please DM me. I love those stories with everything in me. They are the most interesting. And that's why a lot of people are super scared for death. I'm not scared of death. I used to be when I was like younger, until I reached a certain point where I had almost had a couple near-death experiences, to the point where I just realized, like, hey, like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And I get to know this question I've been wondering my entire life.
I agree. We need to talk more about you. Let's hear about these near-death experiences so that the audience can get to know.
I'll say I have had like two. Well, first one, I was laced with PCP back in grade 9, which was pretty fucking bad. I was in the situation and I was super sad. This was close to when my friend passed away. So I went to go smoke a joint with this guy. You know, his dad had passed away. And there were so many red flags that I should have taken into account. First of all, he told me he got the weed from a weed vending machine, which now, like, I didn't know much about weed then. I was 14. That's not a fucking thing.
Nope.
I got catfished, literally. And the weird thing is I took a hit, right? I was fine. He kept saying, take another one for me. So I took another one because, you know, we were both grieving and I felt bad for him. He keeps saying, like, take another one for me, to the point where I get to 14 hits of taking another one for him. I'm like,
like, for the homie.
Oh my God. I get up. I've never been higher in my fucking life. I get up and I literally almost faint. I've never.
First time?
Yeah, I've never almost fainted. I fall to the ground. No, like 14 and it was laced too. I'll tell you how it gets to that part. Oh my God. When I tell you, like, everywhere around, like, usually when you're normally high, you can see details to some extent. But on PCP, there is no moderation into details. Like, for example, this table would completely be like a Minecraft digital block. Like, you wouldn't see the detail, just be gray and blurry, if that makes sense. It'd be like a wall to your screen if it was like unfocused. That's what it's like. So every house looks like, for real, Minecraft. I think I tried to break a tree. I was so fucking high. I couldn't talk. I could not hear anyone. I couldn't communicate. I didn't know what anyone was saying. All I heard was birds making a trap beat. Yes. I don't know, like, just birds, like, if a bird is chirping, but it's like making a rap beat. I was hearing different beats and audios. I was hallucinating different things. Annalie Choppa bird came out. Trisha Paytas bird came out, dude. It was insane. But I heard that. I could you not, like, I had the urge to jump in front of a car, which I would have never done normally. It just makes you feel crazy. Like, that is the worst kind of thing to be laced on because you actually feel like you're going insane. Anyway, like I remember sitting on like I ended up walking home. By the way, I was at a park that was 10 to 15 minutes away from probably 10 minutes away from my house. It took me 2 hours to walk home. 2 full hours to walk home. 10 minutes. That's how fucking high I was from this. I get ditched by these 2 people. This one guy ends up walking me home. That's a whole another thing. But I get home. I start greening. Like I am greening and puking for an hour until my little brother notices me and like tells my parents. Greening is when you get like way too high. It's like getting too drunk and puking, but greening is like way worse. This is also greening on PCP. So like I'm like kind of foaming at the mouth. I was so fucked up. My mom had to put a popsicle in my mouth because it was foaming so bad. And I remember the ER came to my house and they pricked my finger. And I just remember like that somehow that drew me to sobriety. But I remember I was so high, I thought I was going to die. Like I really thought like this is the moment. Like I have fucked up and I've been laced and I fucked up. And they pricked. Yeah, literally, I was blacking in and out in my head. Like I couldn't really process a thought. And then as soon as the ER came, stupid enough as this sounds, I have such a phobia of needles. My ass sobered up as soon as they pricked my fucking finger. They said they found, oh my God, I just repeated 2 words. They said they found PCP in my blood from pricking it. And I was like, that motherfucker. I was so mad. I was like, that motherfucker, like, what an idiot. Like, why would I even take 14 hits in the first place? That was so stupid. Like, I differentiate. Like, no, let's not turn the tables, Judge Judy. Like, and I sobered up. I just remember the moment they were like, you might have to go to the hospital and get needles. And I was like, needles, bitch, I'm awake. Reboot. So then I passed out on the couch for 2 days. Like, I literally woke up in 2 days. It was crazy. That was my first near-death experience. My next one is kind of more of a spiritual near-death one. Like, I sometimes can sleep and get into these REMs where I can see my body from the corner of my room. And it's not like I'm in paralysis or there's like a sleep. Well, there's not like a sleep demon, but I'll tell you why this one was weird. And if we can talk and debate if we think it was paralysis or not. But I saw myself and I remember feeling like my heart was getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And I could feel my heart beating and beating and beating and beating and beating like fast, 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 fast. And I remember thinking, because at the time I was actually so sad in my life where like I did kind of want to like go. I don't know. Like I was super like, it was just the teenage hormones of like a stupid phase of like, oh, fuck it, I want to die. Just of like the 15, 16-year-old blues, I'm telling you. And then I had one of those moments. I can't lie, I'm being honest. And then I remember thinking like, oh my God, nobody's going to find me in my room. If I have a heart attack, my parents are going to just come in my room. Like nobody just comes in my room and is going to randomly check on me. Like I'll die fast. And I remember as it was getting worse and worse and my breathing was starting to like struggle and like I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I was just seeing myself like struggle. Like it was so weird. I could see my body like almost die and I felt like I was going to die. And like, I felt like my vision was almost turning white. I just started praying in my head as fast as I could. I was like, God, I'm too young. Like, I do not want to go. Like, please, like, I rebuke whatever in the name of Jesus. Amen. Like, please, let me live or something. I prayed and I instantly woke up. But I remember having that quick realization of like, oh my God, like I haven't experienced enough. Like, I'm not ready to like leave this earth yet. But it really felt like one of those experiences where I was gonna like, I could have left. That's how close I felt to death. What? Yeah.
You prayed and you came back. Usually what I hear and what I've seen is if you have some serious purpose on your life, there's always something trying to bring you down.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's just a good sign.
Yeah.
Your life's going to be tough, but you're going to have some good rewards.
Yeah, well, another thing, the most spiritual experience I had, which was probably the weirdest, it was kind of like another sleep paralysis, but this one I have no explanation for. Like, this is the weirdest one because when I'm paralyzed, as you say, I can hear everything in I can hear around me perfectly normal. I can hear everything around me, but I can't move, but I can see myself, but I can hear straight, like clear. If there's nothing.
Isn't that sleep paralysis?
I know, but this is where it gets weird. I'm seeing myself in the corner of my room, right? Well, I see like I hear my door open and I see this like white glowing orb, and it gets bigger and stronger as it comes closer to me. I don't know explain. I've never felt stronger energy than this glowing orb. And this is going to sound really stupid to people who like aren't, and I don't have an explanation. I'm just telling you what happened. This orb gets bigger, and as the energy comes closer, my floor starts creaking. Like, this is really heavy. It starts creaking and getting heavier. Like if like a big back is walking in my room, like someone like 600 pounds is walking, like the floor is creaking heavy, right? And it's just this white glowing orb. And as it comes closer to me, like my room has an opening where it goes like this and like that, like literally like corner, right? Like the entrance is like this, and then there's my bed right here. And as it comes closer to me, it comes around my bed, and it's getting so strong and so strong. I can't explain how that felt. It was undescribable just to feel that much energy. I just felt so much energy. And then out of nowhere, like it just goes into my stomach, and I wake up instantly. And my touch of feeling when I'm awake feels like it felt like you had done Molly and everything felt different and felt better. Like it feels like everything felt much better and tingly. Like it felt like 100,000. It felt like 1,000 electrolytes just went in me.
Were you like struggling with something the day before, or like that prior week?
I think my friend ended up passing away either the week before or the week after.
Maybe it was her guardian angel coming in clutch.
Yeah, but that's why I really want to talk to like Salone Bella or somebody that knows what this is, because I mean, I've never had an explanation for that either.
My mom is pretty crazy at it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
With what?
Like perceptions and interpreting things.
Yeah.
She's insane. I can tell her one thing and it'll be like the breakdown of my life.
Oh my God. Like maybe I need to ask the story. I've never got an answer for that though, but that was like
She'll
really
give you
weird.
a really good answer.
And I remember my house used to be haunted back when I was
haunted. Ooh.
No, it genuinely like this.
It actually was.
This is probably the craziest thing where it's like, I don't know what I was born for, but I have really high intuition, or like something connects me to something. I don't really know how else to explain it, which is like really strange and weird. But when I was little, moved into this new house, the house I currently live in, but there used to be like, it was so weird. My house used to have like bizarre spirits, and I used to see shadow people like everywhere, genuinely.
Like when you say people, we're talking like 2 or 3 or like dozens?
24.
At once?
Yes.
That's
I mean,
freaky.
I used to see so many shadow people, and there's a saying that spirits like can be shown to younger kids to scare them, to purposely scare them. And that's what I think happened when I was younger, is I was targeted, but they were really like skinny. Like they kind of were like paper. They had no faces, but just pure black, like a shaped figure that's purely black. And they used to try to cover my entire house black.
Even when the lights are on?
Well, like it's like they were painting, like, yeah, even when the lights, even in day or night, they would be painting the entire house black and like covering the walls black. And I was just so confused. I'd never, to this day, I don't know what that means. I try to Google shadow people like randomly, but I wasn't the only person that was going through shit. Like it wasn't just shadow people. It was worse than that. I used to have a Barbie house, and out of nowhere, my Barbies would like fall one by one by one by one by one by one by one in the Barbie house, which might seem like a coincidence to people, but it gets worse. And they used to like move.
I don't know what it was. I was so engaged in that story. My dog just came by and stalked me.
Oh my God, yeah. But the scary thing about that was after that happened, they fall one by one by one. I used to have toy boxes that were clear, right? Clear boxes, just plastic boxes from IKEA. Pretty sure everyone knows what IKEA is, right? They would get lifted in the air for a second and then drop.
Did you watch it?
Yes. It would get lifted in the air for a second and drop. Like it got to a point where I think
your house was definitely haunted.
I know. So my mom went and got little crystal angels from like the crystal store and would put them in 4 corners of my room, because it was that bad. And she used to go to sleep and like feel really bad energies or feel like something was over her, get scratches in the middle of the night. Like it was bizarrely like something was going on.
I would have burned the house down.
I should have, honestly.
Burn it.
And then another point to that was I remember one time I woke up in the middle of the night. This freaked me the fuck out. A shadow person was like standing, like I woke up to it just watching me. And then I just was like I ran and I remember it tried to grab me. I was like,
that's terrifying.
6 or 7, like pretty young. But this is the worst part. Like, oh my God, especially towels were something that was used a lot. I remember looking on my top floor. There's a random towel there. There's no reason for there to be a towel there. And it literally randomly picks itself like it's someone's picking it up just like that. And it's moving like that.
Do you think on that note, you know how like the typical ghost silhouette is just like a white cape?
Yeah.
Do you think they've been doing this for like hundreds of years, which is why it became a thing?
I don't even honestly know because it wasn't like it was like a head or a cutout of paper. It was just a towel being held up in the air. And I freaked the fuck out. I like try to break a glass panel in my parents' door. Like I was so young and so scared.
Like to run away or?
No, to get in their room. Because they
Oh,
used to lock the door. And I was like, oh my God. But another time my mom was doing her makeup. And this was the one time where I was, okay, basically I'll tell you. So she was in the bathroom doing her makeup and nobody believed me like at this point. Some of them did. Some of them they kind of just didn't believe me. And I remember she's doing her makeup. There's a towel on the bathtub and it's just like hanging like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like over this. And out of nowhere, it gets lifted. And she is so self-obsessed. She doesn't even notice. I'm like, this is where, this fucking annoys me. Because I'm thinking, I have an iPad at the time. I'm like, okay, this could be my chance to record and maybe somebody will believe me this time, right? But then I just had this weird feeling that the spirits would know exactly if I was recording, so it wouldn't even be worth it anyway. So I thought, okay, maybe if I just yell as fast as I can, say, Mom, turn around, right? It's like slightly above her head, but like not, you know what I mean? It's like perfectly like kind of behind her. I don't know how to explain it. It's just lifted up like someone's holding it again. And I yell, I say, Mom, turn around. I literally say, like, I'm like, Mom, turn around. And the moment I even said, Ma, like, it drops.
oh.
It drops right in the bathtub. And she doesn't even turn around. She ignores me. And I have to say, Mom, 3 more times. And she still ignores me. So that's my summary of my, like, ghost stories. Oh, well, we had to get a church to come in. That's how bad it got. We had to get this church came in. They saged the entire house, prayed in every single room. And ever since that day, whatever was there had left. And I think a priest came and they could feel something like, also our house was built on grounds of a bunch of war, which is something I have learned. If you're buying a house, always research the property it was built on before to know if it was built on war or spirits are there, there's death or murder, because that can play a big part to it. I think before my house was built, there was actually there used to be an apartment instead of the house. And there was like a murder in that apartment back in like the 1990s.
Yeah.
Which is really creepy, right?
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, I never have. I will never fuck with that shit ever. Yeah.
Like, I want to do it. They wanted me to go with them. I said, no, I'm good. I'm good. So they went out to some field out in the middle of nowhere, found some abandoned house, started, talking to it, figuring out all that weird stuff. And then they heard sounds, recorded it. There was random screams, whistling, like they kept seeing shadows running by the windows. I started talking to them. They're like, is someone here? And they said, yes. Oh, it was so trippy. And then they just left it there, and it's still there to this day. Like, if you probably go there, you'll probably just see a Ouija board sitting on the ground.
Oh, that's awful. I've heard horrible Ouija board stories, how they've literally ruined people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
This one girl did one, and her dad died, her brother died, and then her mom died. And the other girl that was there, her sister died. So I think it's literally a curse. Like I will never fuck with that shit ever.
Oh, it is a full on curse. I can't even like
It's so
those
weird how
random
they're
ads.
sold in Halloween stores like so
I know.
frequently when it's so dangerous.
So dangerous.
It's like to mess with the spiritual side, but it's sold like for like $5. Like it's nothing at any Halloween store. Like a child can buy
to
one.
lose a life.
Exactly. Which is like you never want to play with those kinds of spirits and stuff. It's fucking terrifying. It's like, you know, Sam and Colby, the YouTubers? They make great content, by the way. Like, please notice me.
Are they the overnighters?
Yeah, they have gone to the Conjuring house. They've been there many times. Their videos are all based on the most haunted and scary places. It's amazing content. It's honestly phenomenal. I can't lie. They did a video with Joe Rogan too, because his comedy show place or whatever was haunted in I think Vegas or something. And this other guy has a huge haunted thing in Vegas. Like it's really interesting. But they've encountered so many spirits and been in like the Conjuring basement, which I would probably like shit my pants.
Conjuring basement.
Like I kind of want to go, but I just feel like the energy, because I can really feel energy in houses.
Some would latch on.
And especially if there's a lot of arguing in a household and you go to a friend's house or...
Is that always the worst? You walk in?
Yeah, well, you can just tell if someone has a lot of demons or is very depressed or has a lot of arguing in the past. You can feel that energy in their house that
True.
I've noticed. And other things, if a place is haunted, which you can notice, is you instantly get, like, what are they? Goosebumps.
Goosebumps?
And it's cold. It gets suddenly, the temperature gets very cold.
You're like ice cold.
Yeah, and it can get a migraine. That's something I've noticed. If something has spirits, you get very cold instantly. It's a very cold room. And it's just like, oh, American Horror Story. I love that show. Like, I love the spookies today, kind of. Like, I love that.
True.
Yeah.
It's all kind of freaky. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it's terrifying.
There's a lot of freaky stuff that goes into spirits.
And there's movies they've made where people get traumatized on the set. You know, they get traumatized on the whole set, and the people like have to go to therapy because they get so in the role.
What was that one movie?
I think you told me about this. It's a horror movie.
There's this one horror movie where this girl kept screaming.
Yeah.
Over and over and over for set. I think she had screamed like close to 600 times.
I would love to be in a horror movie though.
But
my grandma would be not happy. I can't lie.
What was the vibe with me when you met me?
The vibe when I met you was very like, who is this person? Mystical. You honestly give those mystical, like mystery kind of like very much overanalyzer. Like, I don't know. Very mystical vibes, not gonna lie. Like mysterious detective, like Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, if he was like smoking a joint, but you don't smoke a joint. Like those are the kind of vibes you give.
When we first met?
Yeah. Like Sherlock Holmes if he smoked a joint.
Figure out every little thing about me in like 2 seconds.
You're like trying to be a detective and be serious, but then you're also so chill at the same time. So that's why I added like the weed as a mellow for Sherlock Holmes. Definitely.
That's a good vibe.
100%. What do you think my vibe is?
For
similar
you,
to like what I said. Yeah.
Let's see. It's something fun. I don't know who I can relate that to. It's not as crazy as your alter ego. It's more like a refined alter ego. I'm Trisha Paytas.
I was going to say Trisha Paytas bling bling cup is like me. That's how I describe myself.
Yeah, you're like...
Bling bling cup. I'm like bling chicken finger.
You know what?
Bling chicken nuggets.
I think for you, I can't really relate it to the same nonfiction character, but you would be like everyone's best friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Good vibe with people. If people get to know you. Good
I
vibe.
feel like also... I consider myself a dream object, or I think my real alter ego is Bedazzled Ranch.
But what is that? Is that like
a ranch bottle bedazzled? That's my dream present. Like genuinely, that's my dream present for anything is Bedazzled Ranch. I think I would cry over like literally getting proposed to. Like if I was like a guy got on one knee with Bedazzled Ranch, I would fully form tears in my eyes.
Know what we're gonna do?
I would cry.
We're gonna rebrand.
Ranch. Yes.
And sell it.
Oh my fucking God.
With bedazzles on.
I'm going to do that because I actually love ranch. Like I think to keep on brand, like I might as well have like 10 ranch fountains here.
Are we talking like bacon ranch or ranch?
No, I'm talking about like wing ranch, the breadstick ranch.
Some good ranch.
Ranch with sandwiches. Ranch with literally even cucumber. Ranch with anything. Ranch. The veggie ranch isn't as good as the wing ranch and pizza ranch though. There's really multiple kinds of ranch. But if you need a ranch alternative dressing, Caesar dressing also really works. But ranch overall is my favorite. I really like get my mouth tingling.
You're getting my mouth tingling.
100%.
Honestly, it tastes good.
The ranch is crazy. The ranch lifestyle. Maybe I should live on a ranch and make ranch.
Yeah.
And a bedazzled ranch.
Call it the ranch.
Yeah, like Mariah's bedazzled ranch. I'm going to have to invest in a product and go on Shark Tank. We should do that for a YouTube video.
Go on Shark Tank?
Definitely go on Shark Tank with like a stupid product.
We will try. I know it's so hard to
get on the show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me chat GDP. Let me chat GDP like a whole fake like thing for it. Bitch, we're getting on.
Yeah, Mariah's pretty cracked at the
chat GDP lifestyle.
The lifestyle. The AI lifestyle.
I'm too cracked at it. Like I should not be. Oh my God.
The amount of callbacks.
I really have the confidence like I could fully get on Shark Tank and fake a whole product that I think would be the best product. Because here's the downside, but the upside. What if we make bedazzled ranch and they're like, why would we want this product? And we're like, it's fucking hot and Paris Hilton would definitely approve of it. And they're like, we get like a $500,000 investment or something. And I'm like, shit, like I didn't think it was going to go this far. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It's like a real company too. Like then I have to be like, oh yeah, like I was just fucking around, but I guess it's real and my tea is that good.
We're committing to it.
I guess, yeah. Like, I actually think I need to write that down.
For real.
I'm going to remember that. I'm going to get on Shark Tank. Mark my words.
You know, the crazy thing about Shark Tank is
what?
I think they said 90% or like 40% of the deals don't even go through after the show.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So they get like scammed and they walk away so happy and then they get like lied to and bestowed.
No. So they make the deal on the air.
Yeah.
They send in the contract. But then there's the negotiating part that they don't record.
Yeah.
And usually someone doesn't like the negotiating, so they just scrap it or something changes afterwards and doesn't happen. It's pretty common. I think Mark Buffalo.
Mark Buffalo.
What's his
ranch
name?
Ranch sauce.
Mark. He talked about it.
I really love Buffalo hot sauce. Hot sauce is a crazy industry.
You know what's crazier?
Very
beauty.
Competitive.
Beauty is nuts. $1 billion
oh my God,
industry.
James Charles has been coming out so funny recently. Like he's always low-key been funny. It's like that's so diss of people to be like he just got funny. But I love how he's so unhinged and he'll literally look on someone on TikTok live and be like, that's why you're fat and ugly. Like go off. That is why they're fat and ugly. You fucking tell them, James.
Do you know Jeffree Star?
Oh, I want to be him. He's my dream. He's my real alternative ego. I can't lie. Like I think he's king.
He has a pretty crazy personality.
He's dream. I can't lie. Jeffree Star, like I bestow him to one knee on a throne.
He talks about a lot of real stuff, which is like you just don't expect it. But his lifestyle is like nuts.
Crazy. Wyoming ranch.
Has 3 dogs, 1 maid.
But you know what I heard about Shane Dawson?
Oh,
he talks like a lot of shit about people.
Yeah, I mean, he made like a full 10-part series on Jake Paul.
Oh, I know, but he talks like he really be talking his shit to everyone. Like he's the kind of person, allegedly, he's the kind of person to.
Oh, say whatever you want. I don't like him.
No, I love the word allegedly. I got that from Nicki Minaj. So nobody can say that I was defamating their character in case of the future.
Oh, come at us.
Exactly. Allegedly, Shane Dawson. He's the kind of friend where he tells you something and you feel really special that he's telling you this person's business, but then he talks about your business, so he just does it to everyone.
Yeah, that's a lot of the LA scene.
Yeah, well, it's like think about those kind of people in your life where you think like, oh my God, like I must be really close with them. They're telling me all this stuff, right? And then they're actually just telling everyone stuff.
Yeah, they're drama addicts where every little piece of information they think if they tell you, it'll make you like them more.
Yeah.
So they just take everything and throw it around them like it's a caboose and
no, definitely.
Not the vibe. Not the friendships you want to be honest.
It's not the vibe. Definitely not.
Not the vibe.
Well, yeah. What's your weirdest Vegas friendship story?
My weirdest Vegas friendship?
Yeah, your Vegas friendship 100%.
Probably just like meeting people online and then meeting them in person and just not they're just not who you think they are, or they're just super tall or super short.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
this,
catfish in real life or no?
no, it's like you can post up the camera so it makes you look really tall.
Yeah.
And then you meet them in person, you're like, yo, you're like 5'3".
Yeah. What is the craziest person you've met that like was an influencer, but they like come off this way online and you don't have to say their name, but they're just completely different in person than how they act?
To be honest with you, it's a lot of people I meet are very superficial online. When you meet them in person, they're also very superficial. But the one thing that kind of struck me was this one guy who has like I think 10 million on TikTok now. He's been doing it since Musically back. He's been doing it for years. I ended up meeting with him. He's like 6'4", tall dude.
Yeah.
Most genuine person I've ever met.
Really?
Yep. You could kind of tell in his videos, but when you meet him, it was shocking. It was refreshing from being in an industry where a lot of people are very cutthroat, very self-centered, very just all about themselves. And you meet someone who's
Well, yeah. I also could never
it's nice.
understand to a point of people that like, I mean, hearing this Alyssa Violet stuff, how she won't even acknowledge someone if they don't have like a following count, which is very like inhumane to me. And it's really embarrassing. Like I find that really embarrassing because at one point she was someone like that and like her family is not popular. You know, at the end of the day, it's a human. And if someone out there is like your best friends, but they'll be your future best friend, but they have no followers, or the love of your life, but they have no followers, like you just got to take a chance sometimes. Like that's what is very superficial about social media.
True.
Which is hard to like get past about like your followers or your likes or whatever. It's just at the end of the day, like none of this shit existed and we just live in a higher realm and time of technology that's only adapting and going up as we speak.
You know that one Dr. Phil episode with that one guy who came on who was all social media?
Yeah.
And he was like, do you talk to your mom? I don't
No.
talk to my mom. She doesn't have
enough followers. Yeah, I did see that. Oh my! And all those people
That's the
faked
vibe
it.
Alyssa's giving.
100%. I think my favorite video, you know, the Dr. Phil guy where he was like, "I'm a cyborg."
I haven't seen that one. I've probably
That was
seen
my
clips of it.
favorite. He literally was like, "I'm a cyborg," but he fully faked the whole thing. That's the funny thing is those people faked everything.
Oh,
And you
is it the
can't
guy
just
with the green hair
yeah, maybe
and like the super jawed out face?
yeah, and he had like a buzz or something. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. Go watch that video if you do. And do you remember there used to be a YouTube channel challenge where it was like you go to the lowest star rated thing on YouTube? Do you remember that?
No.
You go to the lowest star rated nail salon, lowest star rated food. And Tana Mojo did that and went to the lowest star rated doctor to treat her ringworm.
Oh, that is kind of sus.
And it was sponsored by like the app Flow, which just made it like 10 times better. And like for guys, it's like a period app. Like it's so funny.
Oh, is Flo the ring?
The ring?
The ring that you wear?
No.
For guys? Wait, Flo is for dudes?
No, Flow is for girls. It's just to track your period.
I thought you said it was for guys.
No,
guys and
no,
dudes.
no.
I was about to be like, wait, what?
Absolutely not. Oh
is that
my.
the one that you share with your partner so they know?
Yeah. Well, no, you don't. That's more of a personal thing. Like you just track it. I mean, if you wanted to share with your partner, like no one's gonna stop you. Go for it.
Because I know there's this one that is like supposed to be bonding with your partner so you guys can share so you like know you're on the same page with them.
Yeah.
Do you think that's kind of freaky? Or do you think that should be normalized?
Oh, absolutely not normalized. I mean, that would be weird. I feel like guys in relationships kind of just like if you... No, because that would piss me off that you would need an app to memorize something about me. I think real guys just memorize their girlfriend's period naturally by their emotions. And they're like, okay, at this date, she usually like acts up or something, which is the best way to go about it. Like tracking through an app is just weird and like kind of too in your business, I feel like. I don't know. It's imagine like if you were a girl and like you are a guy and you literally just like shit was coming out of you. It wouldn't be fucking cute, would it? And your girlfriend is tracking it.
Yeah, it'd be a little awkward. I feel a little like exposed.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would want to go through that ever.
I remember when it was becoming a thing and people were like, yeah, I could buy the rings or the bracelets.
Yeah.
All that random stuff.
Josiah, would you ever go on Love Island? as a new hot bombshell has entered the villa.
To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm at that level of attraction.
You don't think you are?
I don't know. Those guys are like juiced up on steroids. They're like jacked. I'm just natural build.
I think that'd be so funny though, just to see you there. Like, oh.
I think you on there would be hilarious.
Oh, I was thinking like I actually would be
fighting. You'd actually be fighting, like physically.
No, I would be pissed. Like,
off.
Ain't nobody taking my man like that. Like that would make me pissed off.
Like jumping on them, just throwing.
Start a fire, yeah. Oh my god, I'd probably be drinking 24/7 in that show. I can't lie. I'd be having too much fun.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm thinking is like, are those girls like drinking 24/7, or can they not drink on the show? I'm pretty sure they can. Can they only have like one bottle of champagne, or like?
I think you're allowed to, but in like strict moderation, because I'm pretty sure they will kick you off the show if you become way too aggressive.
What I'm confused is with Too Hot to Handle, they're not allowed to do anything sexual, right?
Isn't that the premise of the TV show?
Yeah, that's the premise of it, is they put the horniest people together and they try not to fuck. But for Love Island, it's all about connection. So I wonder if they can have sex on that show.
I think so.
If they can't. Yeah, but...
Did they say they can't in the beginning?
I don't know. I skipped the beginning, but they win like $100,000 for nothing.
$100K? Yeah. How many people watch this? Like millions?
A couple million. They're
That's
like the
not
number
enough.
one. Yeah, right? They make $100K if they win the show.
That is like
for finding a partner or a real connection.
So wait, you could technically cheat.
How? Oh, if you went in with someone already.
Yeah, or if you went to someone like, hey, let's win, so we both split the earnings and stay to the end, but let's make it super dramatic.
Yeah, but I think you have to kind of play the game and experience, like, kiss at least one other person. Yeah, you definitely could do that, right?
I think you could.
But a lot of the people, I think they actually catch feelings and they like kind of stop giving a fuck about the rules. But then the guys will go and be with other girls and the girls are pissed because they actually do like them.
So it's like hyper emotions 24/7.
Yeah. But I mean, making a deal with someone like wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
100%.
You could be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be together for the first few episodes and then we're going to split our ways and make it dramatic. And then at the end, come back.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know.
100%. And just faked everything. Oh my God, that's smart. But what if the guy, one of them starts actually catching feelings for you and you're just like,
like, tough luck, buttercup. Move on.
Literally, like, we just wanted to win. But I'm thinking, like, if they get the $100,000, are they splitting it between two of their partners?
That's not a lot of money, to be honest, because you get taxed on that. And I think you take home like 60 or 75K.
Well, think about that, because they're not getting it together. Like, they're obviously splitting it. So either way,
they're splitting it too.
Well, there's two people, right? How would they share if they're
100,000 split down the middle?
I'm assuming.
That is nuts.
Because then that has to be money. It has to be $50,000 per person, and then because of taxes,
they're taking like 35 or 40 home.
Yeah, right. So it's not even worth it. No. Because then, like, what's the $100,000 for? Because you can't, like, they're not legally married. You can't like put in a bank account for both of them if they're not even in a real relationship.
Nope.
Or dating. So what do they do when they win the money?
They
both get their own private checks split. It has to be split. They don't each win $100,000.
Imagine if in the terms it was like you have to put it in a joint bank account and split it.
Like, you have to get married. Isn't that like The Bachelor? Like, you actually have to marry that person, but I don't even know if it's like real legally married or not.
I'm not sure. I don't really follow the Bachelor much, to be honest.
Yeah, The Bachelor kind of fell off. Like, it used to be interesting, but now it's just ugh. It just, I don't know. I find it kind of sad. Like, you had to go on a TV show to find your husband.
True.
Yeah, that just seems sad.
True.
And then you like don't even know this person either.
True.
And they're on TV. Like, you meet them from being on TV in a show of all these eyes. Like, it just attention seeking kind of person. Kind of feels like a cheater.
Yeah. I think it's worse than online dating.
Oh, 100%. I can't lie. That is like e-dating is like capped.
E-dating, true.
E-dating is bestowed.
Speed date on the e-date.
Do you know what bestowed means?
No. I bestow this upon you type vibe.
I bestow this upon you.
Get knighted by the queen.
Oh my God, bring back medieval terms. Literally bring back medieval terms.
Bestoweth upon the knighted.
You should bestow everything.
We could try.
What do you think about Starbucks and their conspiracy theories?
They have a lot.
What's your favorite one? of the fast food conspiracy theory chain.
Oh, my favorite one is the thumb in the Wendy's chili.
The thumb in the Wendy's chili?
Yeah.
Wait, Wendy's has chili?
They used to, or they might, I don't know.
With
Some lady
thumb in
like
it?
found some thumb that some guy had ended up cutting off while he was at work and put it inside the chili and then was like, oh no, a finger was found in my chili. And then tried suing Wendy's and then they did a DNA test and they were like, the finger's not even cooked. How could it have been in the chili beforehand? It was the simplest science.
So was a guy like purposely trying to sue them himself and cut off his own finger to do that?
No, so the story goes, this guy at a factory was working. While he was working, he accidentally chopped off his thumb or his finger. He put it in a bag, showed his friends like, yo, look at my finger. One of them was like, oh, that's cool. Can I have it? He was like, sure, why not? Gave him his finger.
Why did he cut off his finger in the
It was
first
on
place?
accident. It was heavy machinery. You have a lot of random
Oh my god!
saws
But he
moving.
lost his fucking. Oh,
Full on, just yeeted.
that makes me like want to bite my finger, like in squeal. I don't like it. It is
Totally.
terrifying.
Totally. So he gives it to his friend. His friend takes it home, shows it to, I think it was his wife or some girl. And she's like, cool. And then she got this idea of, wait a second, I can take this finger to Wendy's, ask for chili, stick it in the chili, take a picture, and then sue them. So her
Yeah.
brilliant idea obviously didn't work. And she tried suing them. And I think she had left the finger at Wendy's. So Wendy's had taken the finger and they sent it to the head office. And while they were looking at it, the chili is cooked at a certain degree. I think it's like 240. So it's super hot. So that finger should have been roasted, should have been cooked. It wasn't even
yeah.
touched.
That sounds like Blizzard, like Snow White core. I don't know. That's Freaky Friday. That's too Freaky Friday for me.
I guess it's not really a conspiracy, it's a fact, but it used to be a
Yeah.
conspiracy. It
Yeah.
just got released, the facts.
Well, something I noticed. Oh, I just like got off track. Like I was so like into what you were saying
Finger
too.
loving French fries.
Finger loving French fries. Ooh, that like is so eerie too. Oh my god.
It's so cancerous.
What do you think about the Olympics coming up?
Well, currently they're going on at the time of this recording. It's pretty crazy.
I will be there.
Oh yeah,
I can interview people in Paris.
you're gonna be chilling in the Paris. That's gonna be a lot
I'm gonna
of
be at the
people.
Olympics, which I'm excited. I mean, I'm not that into. Oh, this is my idea that I just remembered about food. Technically, if you're in a restaurant and you know how people find hair in their food, they can send their food back and they don't get charged, right? What if you just put your own piece of hair in the food?
No one's stopping you. Not a single soul.
Exactly. Like it would have to work every single time. Like
Every
there's
time.
not kind of fighting it, right?
Unless you are like a repeat offender at the same store.
Every time you go to like, what is it, Chipotle somewhere? Or
It's
not
like,
Chipotle,
yo.
Olive Garden. You go to Olive Garden, you put a piece of hair in your food and you're like, fuck.
It's like this endless bread is not enough. Bring me more bread.
Like the person on like my 900-pound life goes to Olive Garden every single day, rips her hair out until she's bald.
Every hair counts.
And she runs up to someone else to get some hair. Like,
Give
oh
me your
my
hair.
God.
I need more breadsticks.
I mean, it could go on forever if they bought wigs, right?
Oh yeah.
If they bought wigs and just took the wig hair, like it would go on and on and on and on. It'd be crazy. But there's an Olive Garden conspiracy that they actually reuse their breadsticks.
Do you realize you eat breadsticks?
Yeah, I do. No, they reuse the ones that they don't finish.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Like if someone doesn't finish them, they'll use them to the next batch.
That's kind of gross. Just throw them back in there.
I know, but it did get disproven after Shane Dawson's conspiracy video, and they did go.
Well, I think so. They're kind of warm. If they reheated them,
Because
they'd
you
be
know
like
what he
hard.
did? He put like a bunch of X's on each breadstick.
Wow.
And then-
Unbelievable.
And then he got like 40, like honestly, probably 100 breadsticks, and none of them had X's, and he kept ordering more and more. Oh my God. He had to order like probably like 200 breadsticks in total. Like he ordered so many. It was actually
I'm
funny.
assuming he ate them or no.
Oh, he
Just
probably
left
did.
Made another video why I didn't eat the 200 breadsticks.
Oh, I know.
Oh my
It's crazy. The breadsticks. I love breadsticks. My favorite breadsticks are like the Pizza Hut crispy ones, but I don't know. I actually really love Olive Garden breadsticks.
True.
I put that first, maybe. Like I haven't had them in years, but they're fucking like.
Delicious.
I might have to Uber Eats Olive Garden today, just for some weird reason.
Full send.
Full send on that.
Full send.
Oh my God, might have to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where we're gonna wrap the podcast. We have been running this thing.
We've been yapping, yapple claws.
What is some
right
last
here.
words you want to introduce for the squad?
I think the squad is I'm looking for an assistant. 6'5", blue eyes, in finance. And if you want to message me, it's IG is Mariah, like Mariah Carey, Mason, like Freemason, Mariah Mason, but with 3 N's. I'm looking for assistant to help me with my side quests, which I cannot discuss on here. But if you can help with side quests as
They're crazy side quests.
glitter on the road, I need someone to grab me chicken fingers from Turks and Caicos and various others bestowed.
That is the requirement. Turks and Caicos chicken
fingers.
fingers. If you cannot do that, don't even bother.
Get the fuck out. Don't even fucking bother messaging me. Don't even bother messaging me.
We will find you.
Exactly. But needing an assistant and stay hot. That's what I have to say.
Sweet. All right. Bye.